It was a Monday, and I had just returned from an exhausting day of classes. My body ached, and my stomach growled as I dragged my feet into the apartment. I was all smiles when I saw a hot and steaming plate of rice on the kitchen counter. Before I could even say anything, Kylie grinned. "You're welcome." We ate together that night, as we often did, talking and laughing. Kylie told me the funniest story about an embarrassing text she sent due to auto. I couldn't stop laughing. And as I sat there, holding my stomach, I realized how lucky I was. Kylie was more than a roommate. She was a sister. It was our tradition to always find a way to enjoy each other's company. Sometimes it was home-cooked meals. Other times we'd go out to eat and visit restaurants, including Japanese, African, Chinese, Indian, and Mexican. Life felt simple, and I thought it would always be that way. One evening, Kylie and I went out for dinner at a trendy restaurant downtown. As we sat down, a dashing young man approached our table. He was tall, well-dressed, and confident. "You ladies look amazing," he said with a charming smile. Before I could respond, Kylie chimed in, "Oh, thank you. I got this dress on the Dapper app." She twirled slightly, showcasing her outfit. I chuckled and stepped back a little, giving them space to talk. But then he turned to me. "Are you leaving?" he asked, his eyes locking onto mine. "I was hoping to get your number." I could feel Kylie stiffen beside me, her smile fading. Her excitement turned to embarrassment in an instant. I quickly diffused the situation. "I'm sorry, but I'm in a relationship," I said politely. He nodded and left, but the tension lingered. As we walked home, Kylie barely said a word. When we got inside, I finally asked, "You're not angry at me, are you?" She forced a laugh. "Oh no, why would I be? It's not your fault." But the way she avoided my gaze told me otherwise. It wasn't the first time either. Every time someone showed interest in me, Kylie grew distant, and I never understood why. Let me back up and introduce myself. My name is Coco, and I'm originally from Nigeria. I moved to the United States at 17 for college, settling in Maryland with my sister. I come from a family of 5, and we had a wonderful childhood. When I first moved here, my sister and I shared an apartment. That's how I met Kylie. She was also from Nigeria, looking for a roommate. She moved in with us. And life was great, till my sister left to live with her husband in Texas. That's when I started noticing Kylie's subtle changes. One day, Kylie and I were studying in the library. When she went to grab some water, a guy named Charles approached me at the table. We talked briefly, and he left just as Kylie returned. I noticed how her mood shifted after that. She didn't say anything, but I could tell something was wrong. As time passed, Charles and I became friends. We bonded over shared interests and late-night study sessions. But as my friendship with him grew, my relationship with Kylie deteriorated. She became cold and distant. Later, I learned she had a crush on Charles. One Wednesday evening, I came home excited. I had some amazing news to share. Was awarded a competitive fellowship. I was surprised to see Kylie at home. She was rarely home on Wednesday, but it felt like fate. She greeted me warmly and gave me a warm cup of tea to drink. It was freezing in Baltimore, so I happily accepted. But as I drank it, I noticed a strange taste. Before I could ask her about it, I felt my chest tighten. My vision blurred, and blood gushed from my mouth as I collapsed. Through the haze, I saw Kylie standing there, smiling, not helping, just smiling. It was when she saw life slipping off me that she realized the weight of what she had done. Kylie panicked. What had she done? She had been so consumed by jealousy, so blinded by rage, that she hadn't thought of the consequences. The remaining part of this story is Kylie's confessions. Desperate I, Kylie, called Kelvin, a male friend, to help me move Coco's body. When he arrived, he was horrified. "What happened?" he demanded. I confessed everything, tears streaming down my face. "I didn't mean to. I was just so jealous. Charles, Coco. I couldn't take it anymore." Kelvin pretended to help, but as soon as he stepped into the bathroom, he called 911. When the police arrived, I was arrested on the spot. In the interrogation room, I broke down completely. I hated how everyone loved her. No matter where we went, people flocked to her. And then Charles. I loved him, but he only wanted her. It was too much. When Charles heard what happened, he was devastated. He visited me in prison, his face a mixture of shock and disappointment. Kylie, he said quietly, you didn't need to do this. Coco and I were just friends. In fact, he hesitated, his voice breaking. I liked you. I only approached Coco to ask for her advice on how to talk to you. I froze, his words cutting deeper than any punishment. I remembered how Coco had walked in that night, beaming with excitement. She had wanted to share something, probably her good news. But I took that chance away, along with everything else. Now, sitting in my cell, I had nothing but regret. Coco's death shocked everyone who knew her. She was remembered as kind, vibrant, and full of life. I, on the other hand, would spend the next 35 years behind bars, haunted by my actions and the memory of the friend I had lost to jealousy.
Step into the light, feel the stories glow. Palm lantern ignite, where the tales will flow.